that was along Lake Road that had some concerns about the addition that was proposed. So at this point, I turn it over to the Brabands to provide us an update on conversations with that neighbor and any other pertinent information.
Okay, so we just pick up off news. We met with the neighbor, we met with Hank the first time, and I probably should let my husband speak to this more than me. I'm going to let him do it because he had the conversation. Hang on.
All right, so the Wednesday right after our last meeting, we decided we would meet up on his deck that evening, just kind of look through his point of view, his line of sight. And when we did meet, it became very apparent that his line of sight to the lake was not the location where we're putting the addition. His view is like 30 feet to the right of where our addition is going to be. Where our addition is completely blocked by trees. So we kind of came to the agreement that, there was an understanding there. Outside of the scope of this work, I did talk to him, and, we talked about trimming some of the trees to improve his view. But again, it has nothing to do with the scope of this project. And I did take a bunch of pictures from his deck, from my yard, and I did email them over to Josh a week or two ago.
Just to also add, Hank is a very nice guy, but we have had conversations after that we're still coming over and saying, okay, so how are we going to make me happy? And he is I think, interested in having us take trees down, and there hasn't been more discussion about the addition. It's more about the trees, it's sounding, which is obviously a separate issue.
Okay, thank you. Any of the board members have any further questions for the applicant?
This is Corrine. I went by the property again and agree with the applicant that there's large trees where the addition is going, and the neighbor across the street would not be able to see the lake regardless of the addition. So it doesn't impact Mr. Washburn.
Thank you, Ms. Zola. Mr. Barone?
Well, I think we're ready to move on this last meeting, except the gentleman had such a concern about his view. We were advised by council to back up, and check it out. But apparently, the addition is not going to affect his view, so I think everything else has been accounted for.
Thank you, Mr. Hauser.
I believe everything's been said that needed to be said. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Since we've already done the public comment and that's been closed and seeker is taken care of, we can move to a motion if anyone cares to touch on some of the findings of fact. I think we've addressed a lot of these in our discussion already. I'll throw a couple of them out there. This is the most logical location for the proposed single-story addition. It's going to align with their master bedroom so that they can have a master bath. It aligns in terms of the proposed office space. It's minimal in nature. It's 12 foot. Trying to flip back through. That's a 12-foot addition. The other point that I would make is the roof line certainly minimizes any height impact. Anybody have anything else they want to add?
Yeah, this is more or less just a non-conforming addition to a structure that's already really doesn't comply with the front setback as required, and the addition is further back from the front of the house as it presently exists.
Great point, Don. Thank you. Okay. Anything else, Ms. Volo or Mr. Brown?
No, I think we've covered everything.
I agree. You got some front setbacks that are 2.7 feet, 3.7 feet, so this is way back beyond those minimal front setbacks that are already there.
Okay, anybody care to make a motion?
I can if you would like.
Perfect, thank you.
I will make a motion to grant an area variance at 1044 Lake Road for an addition that is 12 feet by 31 feet that will allow a 61-foot front setback where 85 feet is required. Why do I feel like there's a second one? And do I want to include that it's also the extension of a pre-existing non-conforming structure, or no?
I would.
Yeah, you
All
can.
right, I will include that. And this addition is on a .65 acre parcel having SBL number 049.11-1-13, located in an R3 single-family residential zoning district under Section 225-9 of the Code of the Town of Webster. I would also include that the addition is on the east side of the home, setback from the front is shown on the modified survey plan. There's not really a date. The original survey is July 2nd of 2012, but it's the modification that was submitted with the application by the Bravians.
I will second that.
Okay, Mrs. Volo,
Okay, Mrs. Bolo,
Aye.
Mr. Newtown,
Mr. Newtown,
Aye.
Mr. Barone,
Mr. Barone,
Aye.
Mr. Hauser,
Mr. Hauser,
Aye.
Mr. Stoppenbeck.
Mr. Stoppenbeck.
Okay.
Catherine, it's John DeMarco. I want to make sure you know my presence, and but I believe previously indicated he would not be available.
Right, I just wanted to check. I heard
Right,
so
I
many
just wanted to
beeps.
check. I heard so many beeps.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so your variance has been approved. Couple conditions apply. Must obtain all necessary governmental permits, including a town building permit. And 1 year meaningful construction is set to expire 1 year from this evening. Thank you, everybody, for accommodating this virtual session. And I'm glad we were able to get this in for the Bravians so they could move forward.
That's wonderful. Thank you from the Bravians as well.
Thank you, everybody.
Night,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Good night. Be
Have a
safe.
good
Good
night.
night, everyone.
Nice.